Okay, so we all use WhatsApp every single day, right? But what if I told you it could be one of your most powerful marketing tools for something as high commitment as a retreat? And you can do it without being pushy or annoying. Let's dive into the unspoken rules of how to get this right.
Right off the bat, let's just bust a huge myth. If you're only using WhatsApp to send out the packing list or, directions to the venue, you are missing out on its real magic. This thing is so much more than just a notification system.
Think about it. Choosing a retreat isn't like buying a new pair of shoes. It's a big emotional commitment. It's about personal change. And what almost always pops up right before we make a big change? Doubt, hesitation. And that is where WhatsApp's real job begins. Here's the key thing to understand. You're not using WhatsApp to create the initial spark. The fire is already lit. This tool is for gently guiding someone who's already drawn to the warmth, It's for that person who's read all your stuff, they feel a connection, and they're just right on the edge of saying yes.
So you might be wondering, how is this really any different from the other marketing tools we use? Well, let's break down where WhatsApp fits in because it's not a replacement for anything. It's a powerful reassurance channel.
So at the very top, you've got ads. Their job is super simple. Make people aware that you even exist. It's about casting a wide net, getting on someone's radar for the first time.
And then comes email. This is where the deeper work happens. It's where you build your philosophy, share your vision, explain the journey. You give people the space to really think and reflect and see if your message actually resonates with them. And that brings us to WhatsApp's totally unique role. See, it's not about the big ideas or that first hello. It's all about direct human reassurance. It's for dissolving those final nagging doubts with a simple, personal, 1-to-2 chat.
So the big takeaway here is these tools are not competing. They're working together. They're a team. Email builds the whole philosophical why, but it's WhatsApp that provides that final, reassuring, yes, you're ready. Together, they create this perfect alignment for your potential guest. All right, this leads us to maybe the most important part, timing. If WhatsApp isn't for awareness or that early nurturing stage, where in the world does it actually fit in? Well, it's all about engaging right at the edge of commitment. I mean, just look at all the steps a person has already taken to get here. They've read your work, they totally get what you're about, the transformation you're offering speaks to them, and they've even trusted you with their email address. This is not a cold lead. This person is warm, engaged, and super close to making a decision. This is the perfect way to visualize it. It's not the whole journey. It's just that last little piece. It's the final bridge that closes that tiny gap between being 95% sure and 100% all in. It's about removing that last tiny bit of friction. Because at this stage, what people are looking for isn't more information, it's certainty. And certainty doesn't come from another 1,000-word email. It comes from a quick, calm answer to a simple question like, hey, is this right for a total beginner? That kind of direct clarity dissolves way more doubt than a long blog post ever could. Now, to use this tool right, you have to understand the rules of engagement. Because WhatsApp is such a personal space, the approach has to be completely different. This is all about having a conversation, not broadcasting a message. You have to remember where WhatsApp lives. It's on someone's phone, right next to the chats from their family, their kids, their best friends. It is absolutely not the place for a sales megaphone, a weekly promo feed, or any kind of high-pressure sales tactic. That stuff doesn't just fail here, it actively shatters trust. And that's why being restrained is so powerful. When you get invited into that personal, sacred space and you respect it, you build this deep, long-term trust. And that's what leads to real commitment, not just for one retreat, but for maybe everything you offer down the road. So really, this all comes down to a fundamental shift in your mindset. The true goal here isn't about speed, it's not about closing the deal faster, it's about support.
Yeah, remember that person who is already leaning in? Your job isn't to push them across the finish line. It's to walk alongside them, offering support and clarity as they move towards a decision they already want to make. You're a guide, not a salesperson.
And this is where it all comes together beautifully. When your ads have created awareness and your emails have built the philosophy, well then WhatsApp doesn't have to do any of the heavy lifting. It just gets to be that final, simple, reassuring human touch that completes their journey.
So, as we wrap this up, here's the one question I want you to reflect on. When you're talking to your audience on any channel, does it feel like you're shouting through a megaphone? Or are you opening the door for a real conversation? Because honestly, the answer to that question changes absolutely everything.